Howdy, howdy, greetings and salutations, true believers. Welcome to Grim Gaming. I'm your host, Grim, and this is 5 things you should keep in mind when playing Fallout 76. I'm going to start with an easy one. Your camp. One of the best suggestions I can make is find a source of constant water near your camp. Now, that's not saying look for the closest place to Mirelurks, because that means every single time that you go back to your camp, you'll be fighting Mirelurks. I'm saying a good place with a source of water that you can build a water purifier in. That way, every time you go back to camp, you have purified water to drink, instead of the irradiated boiled water, which is less irradiated than dirty water. It's one of the first things I can really say to you. The other, as soon as I'm done killing these, okay. 2, make sure you keep at least 2 to 3 melee weapons on you at all times. Ammo is made, so you're gonna need it in order to... You can find ammo anywhere, on bodies, especially super mutants when you kill them, but most of the ammo you'll probably make. I mean, you get lead and everything from missions that you do. There's several power plants that you can come across that'll help with that, so... The things that I definitely recommend is keeping at least 2 to 3 melee weapons on you at all times. 3. Keep an eye on your hunger and thirst, because they do affect gameplay. If you are starving or dehydrated, not only does your AP suffer as the red grow, the thirstier and hungrier you get once it tells you to drink something. You see a little Vault Boy in the left corner that will tell you exactly where, when, and what you should be doing. Or you can just keep an eye on the lower right-hand corner of your screen on your own. Gets about 3/4 of the way down, you're going to want to start eating and drinking. My suggestion is to start every gameplay just mowing through some water and mowing through some food. 4, and this one is also important. Scavenge literally everything. I say that because not only while scavenging can you find all the things you'll need in order to do the things you need to do. You'll also be able to make weapons and armor and assorted other things as you go. You know, it's one of the funner parts about playing the game. Right here, now you can join missions and join people. Right here is it's called this isn't part of the 5. The last one is You can claim certain establishments like this one, like George's junkyard. And let's see if I can find the sign for you. I think it's right out front. You can take these places over, set them up as, oh, there, it's right there, and set them up as your own little home away from home. George's junkyard is one of the places you can get a hold of. You just claim it by walking over to the red thing I was just at, where that green beacon is in the corner, and you claim it, and then you get to set up turrets as defenses. You get to set up you know, workshops and whatnot that you would need to take care of everything. Like I said, that's just a bonus little thing. And 5, you know, last but not least on tips. If you're going to play Fallout 76, it is a good idea to remember that any plans that you pick up, read immediately. That way, they're out of your inventory, because they do weigh. They do have weight. I think it's like 0.25. That way they're out of your inventory and you don't have to worry about them anymore. And also, any that you have, you can sell to other vault dwellers. Now, I did notice that you can't sell them to stores, but you can sell them to other vault dwellers, although they're quite expensive. And let's be real, if they're doing the same thing you are, they already have it. But it's always good to read everything that you pick up. That includes letters, because they have a tendency to tell you where to go for your next mission. Holotapes, because there are no NPCs, so holotapes are pretty much where it's at as far as that goes too. Oh, sorry about that. And the reason I actually went into George's is because there was someone who claimed that, and they had a bunch of stuff set up, but obviously they lost it, so all that stuff is now gone. That's the other thing. There will be, when taking over one of those, there will be events that pop up on your screen saying protect it. If you want to keep it, no matter where you are, it's in your best interest to get there quickly or fast travel so that you can, you know, protect it from whatever threat they throw at you. And I mean, it'll be anything from rad rats to super mutants. So you never really know what it's going to be until you're neck deep in it, and then, you know. Alrighty, and that was, I'm going to give more tips, but those are the 5 that I feel. Oh, I'm going to add a 6th one, because this is actually important after I pick this lock. Which is the actual one I was going to. Anyways. So now that I'm safe on this bus and nothing can attack me. So, you're going to want to go into your Pip-Boy and press triangle. Perk cards. I cannot stress how important your thought process on your character is. Everything weighs something except for most papers and holotapes. Those are the only things that they really keep from weighing things. So when you're thinking about your character, you want things that will lighten your load. You want things that will help you gather more food. Now keep in mind, this is an opinion. Gather more food from animals that you kill. You can get disease from animals. You can get disease from eating food. You can get disease from eating spoiled food. You can get disease from swimming too long. So these are all things you want to think about when creating your character, because pretty much everything can kill you. It's like Australia. the point is, when making your character, you're going to want a strong stomach because even regular irradiated food can give you a disease. As far as hard bargain, vendors are few and far in between. And there are no human vendors, because again, there are no living humans except for you at Fallout 76. So you're going to have a hard time with that. Now, players can sell to other players. You know, and prices are pretty much arbitrary. It's whatever they choose, they want to charge you for whatever it is. The more desperate you are, the more likely it is they'll overcharge. Happy Camper makes it so that because you still need to eat and drink at camps. Takes longer for you to get hungry and thirsty when you're at your own camp. You're going to want to improve upon your armors and everything, and that's pretty much what I did here with mine. I got the armorer, I got gunsmith so I can improve on my weapons, and I got makeshift weapons so that, you know, I can make my, you know, non-weapon weapons. Action Girl is a good one, or boy, depending on, you know, your character, because it helps build your action points better. Anyone who's played Fallout, you already know all of this, but just so you know, that's actually quite important, because especially when you're over encumbered and have to stop until you're full, the shorter amount of time you have to stop, the better off you'll actually be. Gun running, actually I could probably get rid of this one now that I'm thinking about it. And do marathon or sprinting consume. Yep. Alright, so I switched that out because I really don't care about running with a gun. Mostly I'm backing up. For luck, I have Luck of the Draw. Now this is a good one. It keeps your weapons from immediately just breaking, because it gives you a, slight chance that your weapons will repair themselves when you're shooting an enemy. I cannot stress how important that is, because weapons will break. And you'll be in the middle of the fight of your life, and your gun will break. And even though you have your quick, you know, pressing left on the D-pad changes your weapons over, that broken weapon, it will not allow you to switch to your secondary weapon. So you'll have to go into your, either your liked weapons, which is up on the D-pad, or you'll have to go all the way into your Pip-Boy to choose another weapon. And if you're in the middle of a fight, both of those options blow. So my honest to God advice is to there we go, I like that, is to get that perk as soon as you can, so that at least there's a chance that your weapons will repair themselves, so you don't have to constantly be repairing them as you're doing stuff. Anyways, so again, how you set up your character as far as these perk cards are great. You have multiples, you can mix them together so that you're able to use less cards, but as you can see, I have 5 intelligence, and I just have 5 intelligent cards stacked up. So, I mean, how you play is your business, but, you know, as soon as I get more intelligence, I'll, you know, put more together, make them bigger, stronger, and do a lot better at making everything a little bit easier on, of course, myself, as, you know, that's how the game grows. I'm also going to say that playing with people is great. It's better when they have a mic, so that you guys can actually coordinate your gameplay. If they don't have a mic, they have a tendency of getting bored with you because they can't talk to you and then running off. Now, it's shared experience for groups, so even if they're on the other side of Appalachia, yeah, I pronounced that right. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. You still get any experience that they get, and they still get any experience that you get. They get more if they're part of it, if they're closer to you, I believe, but they still get experience nonetheless. So, even if you're in a group and you all split off to do your own thing, everyone still wins. Wow, I still got a ways to go. But yeah, that's just a few of the things that I learned, not only from playing the game but also from playing the beta, and bee swarms are fairly simple. Just take them out, and I'm gonna take that honey too. Thanks. Is there more honey? Oh, if you come across any like downed logs, harvest wood. Like I said, scavenge everything. Downed logs, downed dead wood will give you logs. There are ore, gold, copper deposits, phosphorus deposits. So you want to find those things and you want to take them. Because again, the more you scavenge, the better your camp will be. The more defenses you can set up, because those are also necessary. The more you can, the better you can make your weapons. It's all really a wow, it's literally a no man's land. So the more defenses you can have at your place, the better off you'll be, and the more you can go out and leave your place undefended and not have to worry too much about that. Now I do believe there is a store in here, but welcome to Grafton. This is Grafton, great place. They have a great mayor. It's the old assistant mayor, who is basically an automated service.
Mm-hmm.
5 packs of cigarettes. I love how cigarettes are a medical supply.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to stock up while you can. I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment.
No, I personally don't use chems, so that's always money.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies. If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service. Ammunition and other supplies available here.
Oh, that is another thing that I can say. All Vault-Tec stashes, whether they be yours or well, one out in the world or one you happen to stumble across when you stumble onto someone's home base, all are your stash boxes. All of them. There isn't a single one that's theirs. They're all yours. So no matter where you go, you'll have a stash box. Which is something I think is pretty cool, because at any point you can go putting things away that you don't really want to take with you.
Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
Like, I gotta keep this key thing on it, but don't need the gunpowder on me, plus it weighs, so you know, you just, well, things they allow you to store anyways.
Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies.
So here's a tinker's bench. Remember earlier I mentioned how you'll be making your own ammo? This is how you do it. You go to a tinker's bench, ammo, bulk items. So if you have multiple items, you can bulk them together into one item. I think it weighs just a bit less if you do it that way. Energy ammo, explosive, grenades, mines, and quest items that involve you fixing them, i.e. electronic. Anyways, let's see. Currently on a case looking for a missing boy. So, it's a cold case. I have to search the Woods estate, which is where I'm headed.
Attention, this is Grafton's mayor with a priority message. Workers are planning an illegal protest here in Grafton. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby deputize any and all
Wow, that was unexpected. Just blow stuff up next to me and I die. Another thing that's kind of important for those of you who've not played this game yet, or just want to know a couple of things. When you die,
this is age of super mutant.
like for serious. Oh, also, super mutants have an infinite supply of frickin' Molotov cocktails. And they know how to use them. Like, insanely well. I mean, they are freaking dead eyes. Get off me. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. Now to go get my stuff. Oh, and when in a group, yep. Again, they are insanely good with those Molotovs. High-flying hijinks. Oh, cool. So this is my original stuff that I lost when I died. And then I died over here somewhere. Like burned to death. Yeah, literally right here. But because I had lost it the first time, I guess they just decided not to give me a second bag, which is cool. Alrighty. Vengeance is mine. Now, over-encumbered's over-encumbered. That hasn't changed. It's just easier to fix than it used to be. Because in every town, you should be able to find some version of an armor bench, weapon bench, any of those benches, tinker's bench, whatever. At all of them, you can scrap whatever you need. I just went from 200 something pounds to 366. Now again, you can, anything you pick up that's weapon or armor, you can scrap at either of them. You just can't build or modify one at the other. So now I'm not over encumbered, I can move on with my mission. Ooh, also, at every point you can, look for this heart. Generally, there's
Are you thirsty? I might have a few beverages. I would hate to see anyone dehydrated.
like, I could have sold all that stuff for money, but I gotta be honest with you, you're gonna need junk, and a lot of it, throughout the course of this game. And I mean a lot of it, in order to build anything. So, money is less important in this game than scrapping things. You know, previous Fallout games, money was important. Caps were important. You know, sure, if you want to buy the... you know, the occasional, like, mod or you want to buy the occasional stem pack, then by all means, you know, caps. Right there. Lower? Nope. I really don't like going through more than one bobby pin. There we go. I thought I've been here before. Probably have during the beta. Oh, there is a perk that I like because you can find dog food a lot of places. It increases the amount of health given to you from dog food. So, I like it. Because I eat dog food in this game. Almost there. Oh, I just kicked the ball. Of course. Fall damage is a little different in this game. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Like you fall like you're in, like if you fall from a great enough height, you fall like you're in power armor. It's kind of interesting actually. All right, let's go to stealth mode. Another piece of advice. Anything that is glue-like or tape-like of any kind, take it. Adhesive is used for a lot of what you first start out doing, and it's not exactly the first thing that's around. So, definitely heard that. Petrified corpses, they just fall apart when you try and search them. They give you absolutely nothing except for a nice heaping helping of radiation. It's like a few rads per second if you decide you want to go staring at it. Alrighty. Getting closer to... Oh, so he's really this kid's uncle. I can come back and read that later. No need to read it. Keep reading the whole thing for you guys. Alright, so we have our next next part was just return to the person who gave me the mission in the first place. Just gotta run across this desolate wasteland. Hopefully I won't run into anything too terrible. Extra meat. And by the way, meat piles are dead creatures that turn into meat piles instead of... that's sad. This person was barbecuing when they died. Well, at least he went out doing what he loved, right? Alright, let's have some fun at the water park. Let's do it the easy way. Knew I heard someone else fighting in here. I spend a lot of my time over encumbered, so I don't worry about it. I just learn to fight weighted down. I also learned to aim. That one might be too far away for this. Nope.
You are returned. And my Freddy? This writing. This is Freddy's. His father, he did not want Freddy with the uncle, but so much love Freddy had for him. Oh, mon petit chou. So terrible for my brave boy. The tracker also. Oh, yes, you found it. Oh, the signal is strong now. I can pull data from the terrible day. This you found at the home? Oh, my poor child. Such fear. The writing says he went to safety before the bombs. This means he could live. Thank you. These things I have found, you must take as a reward.
Nice. Now again, I mentioned earlier, as soon as you get plans, just go ahead and read those. Now I unlock those things, and I can craft those things when I get a high enough level. Let's find a way out of here. in your face. Good thing I'm suffering from flap limb, whatever that is. Oops. Alrighty. Sir, I'm afraid that you suffer from a rare disease called flap limb. Now, there's no cure, so you're just gonna have to let it run its course, and until you do, your limbs are gonna be weaker than my date's knees on prom night. And my savior, the workbench. Scrap all that, go to weapons, and scrap any weapons that I got that I don't need. Like this David knife. Ba-dum-bum. I know, it's not as funny when you laugh at your own jokes. Hear that? Walk back into this employees only workbench. It's open at both ends. Alrighty. And with that, I'm going to say it is snowing outside. Nice, beautiful, fluffy snow. Looks great. I wish you could see it. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the... I should have probably have called it 10 tips, you know, for Fallout 76, because I just kept giving a few while I was playing. But I gave the 6 most important ones up front so that you knew exactly what you were getting into. As I said, the game's a lot of fun, and remember, scrap often, keep your food and water up, set up your camp near a water source so that you have a constant source of purified water. As a matter of fact, before I get off, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So let's see if we can scrap some more stuff. Like this combat rifle, which is 9 pounds, which is exactly what I need to disappear. Wait, do I have any alcohol left? If I drink alcohol, I should be fine. I think I sold it though. Yeah, I did. Sorry, short combat rifle. I need you to go. Perfect. So we're going to go to my camp so I can show you what I mean. Red rocket. Yum. Alrighty. So this is my camp. I got some spike traps in front of it on this side. Machine gun turret. Machine gun turret. Do my cooking right there. And this is my water source. So I walk up. Purified water. And if I need dirty water to boil to cook with, I have a source of that too. This is my house. It's a box. It's plain. And in case you're wondering, yes, that's a wall floating on nothing. It's just there, floating on nothing. Don't believe me? Nothing underneath, nothing behind, not attached to the building. Yeah, that was random, and I kind of like it, because now I have this sign that says, "Imagine your new life in the wasteland." Decorated it with a Vault Girl and Vault Boy, a little grill, you know. On this side, I still have another turret, and I thought I had a 4th turret. There it is, 4th turret in the back, just in case. And then this is where I grow my food. I got some corn, and some potato plants, and a muty plant, which I can harvest. Cool. I can't harvest any of the corn. Oh, I guess I can. Apparently I was gone long enough. Alright. Now these are good for, especially if you have the wood for it, cooking. You know, you get some muty juice, mute fruit juice, some tea. Now all of these help with thirst, because again, thirst is quite important. You will get thirsty throughout your playthroughs. You don't have a choice as part of the game. Where are you guys shooting at? Alright. Guess I'll just trust my turrets. But yes, a good source of water is good. I also have a constant source of honey because of the place I chose. So not only do I have that, but never mind. The bee stopped producing honey. The inside of my house is really simple. It's nice and well lit. I got my weapons bench down here, my stash right in front of my bed, my electric chair, and my Vault Boy pointing to the electric chair. Thought that was kind of cute, so I liked it. Little table here. If I wanted to put something on, I could. Arbitrary clock is arbitrary. You know, some posters. Have you take your medication today? It's my chem station labeled chems. My armor station labeled armor. My tinker components. Yeah, I thought they were cute, so I did that way. I figure if I'm going to live in the wasteland, I'm going to live as comfortably as possible, and hopefully no one's a doucher and tries to take anything. Another thing that I can tell you also, everything is everything. Every base is every base. So anyone can use your stuff, and you can use anyone else's stuff. There's literally no reason at all to attack someone else's base, because it might as well be your base. You can use all the same stuff. You can get all the same things from it. You know, my stash box is your stash box. You know, so anything you want to do or use or any of it, it's all open. Now my goal right now is to become less encumbered, so as I am overly so at this point. So let's see if we can scrap anything here, which we can, and that brought me down to 179. Let's see, I don't really need anything from there, I can't scrap anything. I wonder if I can build anything. Building is not hard, as long as you, one, have the parts. You know, I can build a submachine gun as soon as I get rank 3 gunsmith. Another reason that the cards, which for those of you who have not seen, I will show you. So the Fallout 76 system is different than the Fallout every other series. They use a card base for your strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck, as opposed to you just leveling up, choosing which one of these you want to level up instead of leveling up literally one of these. And one of these is, I mean, like the pack rat or the butcher's bounty or good doggy. By the way, that's a good one. Increases the amount of the benefits of the dog food. Again, this is a really good one because it fixes your weapon as you're shooting, so your weapons break less often. Which, believe you me, I've been in the middle of a fight with at level what, like 15 with a level 22 rat, and nearly died because my weapon broke. So you don't want that to happen to you. My shutter's open. In case you're wondering, yes, I didn't know they did that. Oh, let's open these shutters too. This is my view. This is pretty nice, I gotta be honest. Got my own personal little, watering hole. It's pretty nice. I was gonna do it somewhere else, but me and my son agreed that the watering hole was the best place for it. I'm gonna shut the downstairs one. It was going to be further out that way, but that's all uneven terrain, so this one fit my purposes a little bit better. Again, because I can get my farm going, I can get my turrets up and running, I have constant water supply, both dirty for boiling and purified for drinking, and I don't know, I like these two. Still over encumbered. See if we can make some chems. Now, for healing, you can dilute your stem packs. does half as much HP as you. Well, it shows you. Originally, it's 23%. You know, then it goes to 12. Now, that's not a horrible thing because it increases the amount of stim packs you have. Just because you go from having 10 to having 20. But that means they're for emergencies only, say to fix a limb, and you'll still have to go into your Pip-Boy in order to feed yourself to gain health. So I dilute a couple when I have more, but because I only have 10, so I'm not going to dilute any. Like if I had 20, I would dilute 10, so I had 10 regulars and 20 of the diluted ones, but I'm not going to do that. Smelting's good because, you know, stuff weighs stuff. I know, proper English. Water filter, I need stuff for. I'm almost there. Oh wait, there's some armor I can fix. Anyways. I can make armor. Again, I pre-ordered this, so I got a couple of things that people either have to buy or, you know, find the plans for. Like the Vault Boy head. Earlier in the video, you saw someone wearing it. Worn version of the clean version. And then for armor. Ooh, I can make metal parts now. It's the same as what I'm currently wearing. This is more. And it doesn't take any adhesive. Now again, I want to stress how important adhesive is. But since this doesn't take adhesive, and it's better than my current, okay, I'm out of screws. I can only make the one. And some outfits, Voltec jumpsuit, stuff like that. And with that, I can now scrap it. I also pointed out earlier that scrapping is more important than caps in this game. Most vendors have maybe 200 caps, and everything is still just as expensive as it's always been. So, you're actually better off scrapping whatever you find and then building your own stuff as opposed to saving up caps and buying everything you need. Now I bulk things so that I can, you know, use them later as opposed to having them in my inventory the whole time. Now you do need plastic to bulk things, so keep that in mind. Once you're out of plastic, you can bulk nothing. Alright, now it's just... Wrong button. Now with that, I just do a quick transfer. Transfer everything I just did over to my camp. I can use all of that at any of my workstations. And if I wanted to build more, I can. So with building in this game, it's not like the other ones where you could just build whatever as long as you had the parts. You actually need plans. Like I can't even build a metal door because I don't have the plans for it. You know. Now I have the plans for these, which is why they're unlocked, but I don't have all the parts. I just spent all the screws. I can't do these because I don't have the plans. Like I can make any of these, I just don't have the parts. But I can't make these because I don't have the plans. I also need home defense, fireproof, science. You know, these are buildable with stuff. Like the siren I can't, and the Mortar I can't, which I can't wait till I can build that. Because I think that'll be great for long distance defense against people trying to come in. Generators, I don't have the plans for any of this. So as long as you have the plans for things, you can build whatever with the parts. But you do need plans. Alright. Again, that's everything that I have to say as far as tips and doing better at Fallout 76. Again, you're going to want to... I can't stress the water portion. You get thirsty a lot. You get thirsty faster than you do hungry. So, make sure that your camp is near some form of water supply so that you can do what I did and just have steady water supply. You know, you don't have to build a 2-story house. You can build a 1-story. I just decided that I wanted to. That being said, it has been great giving you guys a few tips. If you joined later, watch the beginning for the first, technically it's 8 or 10 tips that I gave, but still it was 5. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I'm your host, Grim. Good night.